computer. Okay. So is it saying record in the corner, you guys? Yes, recording.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Cool beans. So what you really want to know is how to calculate pips. Does everybody on here know how to calculate pips?
Yes. And we got a cheat sheet from Marge,
On
which
how
was
to
so helpful.
on how to calculate the pips?
Yeah.
Dope. Anybody else for sure on how to calculate the pips? If you're all for sure, say I am.
I am.
I'm sure.
Huh? Okay.
I like a review.
I'm sure.
Somebody said they like a review.
Yeah.
Thank you for being honest and straight up. Let's definitely do it because for the people who said I do, we're going to go ahead and you're going to show us how to calculate pips so we can test out your knowledge. Not to put you on the spot, but to make sure that you know what you're really doing. You know, this is how we get better. So, I'm trying to see how I can put a, let me see, like a whiteboard. Let me stop sharing really quick. And I love Zoom. Let me get out the whiteboard. Okay, so let me put up a problem, and then I want somebody to calculate the pips. Hold on really quick. Let me go into my MetaTrader 4. See what's cracking. Open chart. Okay, cool. So let's just say we have, and by the way, you know, because you definitely know that, you know, the pairs move different. Different pairs, like the yen moves different than like gold and certain things like that. So that's what we definitely want to make sure we know. So I think it's this. So the pair is euro. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Euro. Okay, y'all. This is like my first time doing this. Oh my gosh, I'm struggling. Woo. Okay, so that's Euro USD. That's what that says. So let's just say you have 1.118. Like this is actually like, whoa, exercise for my fingers. So make sure y'all write it down as I say it so it can make sense on your paper. So it's 1.11838 minus, because we want to know how many pips is coming from that. Whoa. Okay, now I hope that makes sense. That's like 1.11538. Can somebody tell me like what would be the pip difference in this? And I hope that makes sense. I may need to pull up some IML TV.
Wouldn't it be 30 pips?
Okay, tell us why you got that answer.
I got 0.003. I moved the decimal place over to the right.
0.003. Yep, and you said 30 pips?
Yeah.
Hold on, I have to write. Yeah, I gotta write this out myself. Yes. So okay, yes. Can you? Are you able? I think you can take control. And
Oh man, I'll try. I'm just on my phone.
Oh, you on your phone? Okay, never mind. Yeah, I'm not sure, but yeah, that's how you.
Sorry.
It's all good. That is how you do it. So can you say the number one more time so people can write it?
Sure. So it's basically 1.11838 minus 1.11538. You get 0.003. Move the decimal over to the right 2 times, I believe, right? Or does
To
it
the
depend on the lot size?
to the right or to? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
like
you
to the
move it.
right.
Yeah, you move it over to the right.
How many times?
There you go.
2?
2, right? 2?
Yes, you're gonna move it over 2.
Or 4? Sorry.
Let's see.
Because doesn't it depend on the lot that you're,
No, it
like if it's micro, mini, or standard?
more so depends on the pair. It depends on the pair.
Oh, okay. I've been going by like the lot size.
Oh, well, of course you want to know how many pips you're gonna go per lot, but when you're calculating
Yeah.
pips, it's the last. You know, you got the pip. Okay, hold on, real quick. Wait a minute. We're gonna play this video really quick. Let me take my headphones off. Okay, cancel that out. Hold on, let me stop sharing that way and go back to share this way. Okay. Is the headphones off? Nah.
Check my speaker. Continue recording. Okay, cool beans. I think we got it. Let's see. Nothing more than a. Oh shoot. Okay, let me know if you guys can hear in just a sec. That will pay you for the rest of your life. Can everybody hear? Make sure that you take your time and learn what you need to learn. Pace yourself. Cool. Do not compare yourself to anyone else's progress. Always keep a winning mind frame and you will do very well in this industry. Upon finishing this video, you should have a very good understanding of the following questions. Read through them quietly to yourself. As you are taking notes, make sure to pause this video in order to answer these questions. Here is some important vocabulary that you may want to pause the video in order to write down. When you are finished, go ahead and resume. So what is a pip? A pip is nothing more than a unit of measurement that expresses the change in the value of the market. In other words, in the same way that you express time in minutes or in days or in hours, we're expressing the change in the market in pips. If it goes up, it went up a certain amount of pips. If it goes down, it goes down a certain number of pips. It is nothing more than the 4th decimal number after the comma. You see in this picture here, the 13021. And by the way, that's not supposed to be a comma. It's actually a period. So that's really 1.3021. The 1 is the pip position. Now you know what a pip is. How do you actually calculate them? Remember, the pip is the 4th digit. So here's an example. Here's a scenario. You enter. All right, so let's do this one. Now that she has these numbers out a little bit different, let's do this problem. Anybody got the answer? Anybody? I can't hear.
20.5.
That's 20 pips.
20 pips.
20.5. Yeah.
Somebody said.
Yeah, 20.5.
All right. Anybody? What y'all? What else? Well, what you get, Gerald? What you get, Christina? Huh?
At 20. Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Let's play the video, y'all. NZD USD at 4.56567 and exit at 4.56772. How many pips did you gain or lose? And first of all, pay attention. Notice which numbers are the pips position. Okay, make sure you pay attention to that, because what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to subtract these numbers, but you have to know which one is the pip, which one is the one that has your focus. Now you know what a pip is. How do you actually calculate them? Remember, the pip is the fourth digit. So here's an example. Here's a scenario. You enter NZD/USD at 4.56567 and exit at 4.56772. How many pips did you gain or lose? And first of all, pay attention. Notice which numbers are the pips position. Okay, make sure you pay attention to that, because what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to subtract these numbers, but you have. So you know that answers the question of it being, oh my bad, 4 is 4. There's always 4 from it, so it's basically 1, 2,
Right.
3, 4.
2, 3, 4. Right.
Yeah, and then you got the pipette. So we will move it 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's look at one more other one. The pip, which one is the one that has your focus? Now what you're going to do is you're going to take the 4.56772 and subtract it from 4.56567. And you're going to get, it's going to equal 0.00205. Now let me just stop and pause you. You know what? Some people can get all up in, frenzy about which one do you take first to subtract. If you want, go with the bigger number. If you end up with a negative number, who cares? Ignore the negative. So really, you could just punch these in any direction. The most important part is that you get that answer, equals 0.00205. Now, one way that you can find out how many pips was in this situation is you take them, subtract them, and then you can divide by 0.0001. Is going to equal 20.5 pips. Why did you want to divide by 0.0001? Because remember, the pip is the fourth decimal place after, or the fourth digit after the decimal place. So if you divide by that decimal, you're going to get 20.5. Now, if the dividing numbers gives you the EBGBs, there's a whole other way that you can solve this. There's an alternative way, and this is the way that I personally like to use, because I don't like dividing numbers either. I'm not a dividing type of person. If you move the decimal over 4 places to the right, remember, the reason why we're moving it 4 places to the right is because the pip is the fourth digit to the right of the decimal. So if you take that point where it says equals 0.00205 and you slide that thing over 4 places, you will get the same answer. So here's what it looks like in, written out for you, for those of you who are visual people. See how I took the decimal and I slid it 1, 2, 3, 4 equals 20.5 pips. Super easy, super easy. We're going to do another example, don't worry. Before I go ahead and do another example, I did have to mention the pipette. Some brokers offer prices that are up to 5 decimal figures after the comma, and it's much more accurate, so they say. Really, what I say is it really just gets in your way, makes you mad, and you thought that you were calculating pips, but you really got confused with the 5th digit. So know that that number is the pipette. So in this picture, you see 1.3020. That 1 is the pipette. Let me tell you now, ignore that number. When you're calculating, don't even add it to your calculator. Or if you do, act like it's that invisible friend that you had. Or act like, I don't know how many of you guys had siblings. I had siblings. What I would do is I would pretend they were invisible. It used to make them really mad. I know I'm not the only one who did that. But that's what you do with the pipette. Act like it doesn't exist. The one that you care about is the 4th decimal place. So now here's our second example. You enter New Zealand dollar at 1.098. Okay, so really quick, we're just going to do this one and move to the other pair that does move 2 digits, and then we'll wrap it up. We're not going to go through this whole video. So really quick, let's just solve this one. All right, anybody got the answer?
I got 7.8 pips.
7.8. Okay. Anybody else? Anybody else? Somebody take a stab.
I will. Hold on just a second. 1.1697. Oh yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 70.
Somebody's, 70? Let's check it out, guys. Let's check it out.
892 and exit at 1.16971. How many pips? So right now, you should have your calculator out. You can pause the video. You should be subtracting these numbers to find out what that decimal answer is. All right, now after doing that calculation, you should have entered the 1.09892 minus the 1.16971, and you should have gotten 0.07079. All right. Now, notice that these are color correlated. The colors are correlating to different things. The blue color is correlating to the pip, and the 1 is the pipette. And remember, what are we supposed to do with the pipette? Ignore it. So after finding out what the actual decimal number is, this method is for people who like dividing. If you're the dividing type, then what you want to do is you want to take that 0.07079 and you want to divide it by 0.0001. All right? The reason why we're dividing it by 0.0001 is because, remember, the fourth digit from the decimal is the pip. That is why we're dividing it by 0.001. So when you take 0.07079 divided by 0.0001, you should get 707.9 pips.
Okay, did that make sense to everybody? It's just simple subtraction. That's it. So really quick, we're going to somebody had a question? Oh, okay. So real quick, we're going to fast forward to just the yen pairs because they work a little different.
That's right. And you get
so
07.9. Isn't that so much easier? I can easily, now you have two ways, up to you. You're going to want to start calculating. Where is your take profit going to be? Where is your stop loss going to be? Now, of course, there are fancy tools like on MetaTrader 4 or, TradingView, but to get you started, this is how it works. So let's say you enter, and I already have the entry price at 1.09207. And you exit at where the blue is at 1.08962. What do? You get it. You are going to subtract those numbers. It's going to equal 0.00245. You can slide the decimal over 4 places to the right, and then you end up with 24.
So same thing, you guys. This wasn't what I was looking for, but I wanted to just show you how it looks on the graph so you'll be able to figure out how many pips is from this move to this move. So it's just very important to know how to calculate the pips. Now, this is, you probably already should have this in your notes when you went through the academy the first time. But basically, this is just showing you how the yen pair moves. So we'll just do one example to make sure everybody has it.
After the pip is, after the comma is the pip. So, for instance, look down here. It says, if USD JPY rose from 103.25 to 103.26, that deviation was 1 pip. Notice there's not 4 decimal places. There's not 4 digits after the decimal. This only applies to yen and gold pairs. Here's a really awesome picture that you can snapshot for your notes. Take a screenshot of it, take a picture of it, write it down until you get it. Notice how on one side you see 1.25418 and it shows you the pipette. And then on the right, remember what I told you to do with those pipettes? We ignore them. So you don't see an 8. You don't see a 3, okay? So the top one is for pretty much every other pair. The bottom number, the 1.273, represents yen and gold pairs. So why not? Let's just calculate what it's like. So you enter ABC XYZ at 95.343. I didn't realize all this right. And exit at 95.445. How many pips did you gain or lose? So hopefully you kind of understand the gist of it. You take 95.343 minus 95.445 equals 0.102. Now, notice how you divided by 0.01. Why?
So it's the same concept, team. Just wanted you to see that in yen pairs, that you're definitely going to do the 2 decimal, and then in the rest of the pairs you'll do the 4. So I think after watching that, did anybody still kind of confused about pips? If so, definitely come back to this video and watch it a couple of times. But I'm hoping that that video kind of brought up some clarity on how pips is. Really quick, because we're gonna bring Christina on. She's gonna show us how to get the bag with Fibonacci. But really quick, just 4 of the videos you want to write down. You want to know. So the first one was you want to know what your pips are. You want to know what are your lots. You want to master lot sizes. You want to know what each one means. And I think Margarita did put a cheat sheet in there for that. So you want to take those lot sizes, tape it to your car, tape it in the bathroom, tape it in your bedroom, tape it on the back of your cell phone, so you know what you're doing. Because a lot of people thinking, woo, I'm making the money, but you could be risking your account, okay? So know what a stop loss is. Know what it is. A stop loss is your safety net. So you don't wanna. Some risky traders, they risk more than they won't even out their stop loss and take profit. But I always try to make it even. If I'm going for 30 pips, then I'm gonna make my stop loss 30 pips from the entry point. So know about stop loss, and know how to enter a trade. I mean. It's pretty much explanatory. Like somebody said they didn't know how to place a trade, and it always makes me think, did they really see the video? Because the whole right here, no matter what phone you got, the whole video is gonna show you how to place a trade from top to bottom. They have a phone up there, you know what I'm saying, show you how to do it. So if you're still confused, definitely do go back to the academy. Watch this video again, take even more better notes, and definitely learn how to do that. And the only thing else I would add to this is the Fibonacci, which is support and resistance. And so I'm going to go ahead and bring Christina on the line so she can show us how to work this Fibonacci, you guys, because it's so powerful. So if you guys are like kind of confused and trying to figure out like, well, how do I know when to get out? When's my stop loss? Where's my take profit? Fibonacci is going to be your best friend. So, Christina, are you there?
She said, can you give her 2 seconds?
Okay, cool. Can you go ahead and hit share screen?
Okay. I've never shared a screen before.
Okay, you just kind of hover over the screen, and when you do that, something at the bottom should pop up where it says like mic, start video, invite, manage. No, you're not gonna see manage.
No, I hit share, and then whiteboard comes up, and then the screen we're on now.
Screen.
We're good. I hit screen, and then share, obviously.
Yeah. There you go.
All right.
Yeah, look at you.
Oh, my cherry.
Got your cherry pop. Okay, you guys. So I'm super excited. Christina's been on the low trading, but we're getting her out of her comfort zone so she can share her sauce, because she's one of my original people that's basically, I think I've been doing this for 17 months. So Christina's probably been doing this for 14, 15 maybe. So she has withstand, the going and the coming, and just just different things. So I'm so happy and grateful to have Christina sharing this segment. Hey, Christina, I'm gonna let you just finish it off and close it up, and I will meet with you all on Wednesday. All right? Thank you, Christina.
What? You're getting off?
Yeah, you're about to teach the rest of this Fibonacci.
There you go. Oh wow. Okay. Bring my notebook, girl.
All right, ready to go, leadership. You guys have a wonderful night.
She did that on purpose. Just gonna tell you guys that. Okay, so what do you want? You want to know the Fibonacci? Yeah. Guys, you there?
Yeah. Where do you start?
Okay.
Where do you place your line? And then I seen you do this last week or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Yeah, you do it from the high to the low. So you would take the Fibonacci tool. You can either do it from here to here or here to here. In this case,
why can't you do it all the way to the, why did you choose those lines?
Because they're the highest point and the lowest point on the, well, I guess. I mean, I could take it all the way up here if that's what you wanted me to do.
Will it still be the same?
No, it's,
so it basically puts your support and resistance for you? Is that the question?
So the numbers are going to be different wherever you start from. You know what I'm saying?
But I would go, that's too far out. I would just go with something more closer.
Okay.
To like today's date.
Okay.
So I would either go from here to here or here to here. It depends how many pips you want to catch. If you're looking for a bigger move, then I guess you would go from the higher point to the lower point.
Okay. But if you weren't looking for a bigger move?
Look at the difference between this 23 and 28 and 38.
Mm-hmm.
And then see how much smaller it got?
Yep. Okay, got it. Thanks for showing.
So this is already, if I was to be on this trade, this would already almost probably hit my take profit.
Right. Got it.
So I go from the high to the low. And you would put in a buy stop at the 23%. And then you would take profit at the 38.
I might get one.
And B. Burrell, she has two. I'm not sure. I think she might have two going. She puts in two buy stop orders right here. She takes profit for one of them. And then she trail stops the second one. So she guarantees her profits on one trade, on one position, and then she has the second position where she rides it out as long as she can.
Your take profit is at the 38, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys know how to put in orders?
So it's $20, right?
Somewhat. I've been using the demo, and I've been just messing around with it.
I know. I'm putting in a buy stop. So I want to enter in at that 38. And I want to take profit. I want to enter in at the 23 and take profit at the 38.
1.12400. Right?
Mm-hmm.
03.
This one. And you know that the Fibonacci, all it's doing is showing you guys support and resistance of that trend line that you're measuring on that tool.
Yep.
I wonder if there's a way to clear out this whole thing in one shot. I'll clear all. That's price. Okay, so on this one, you can take it from the high to the, but it has to be at a major resistance zone. Hey! It has to be on a major support zone. So this is resistance right here. Right here, this is support. So this is a major zone, so it's looking for a reversal. So you, hold on a second. All right, sorry.
That's okay. You're gonna have to explain that again, please.
Okay, so it's gonna have to, when you put the Fibonacci and you're looking for a reversal, you're looking for one at a strong resistance zone. So like right here, right here's a strong resistance zone. See, if you put a strong support or a strong resistance, if you're going up or down, like there's a big one right there. There's a big one. So you would put the buy stop at the 23. And you would take profit at the 38. This one you probably still can enter it because it's just like in consolidation right now. It's probably going to pull back a little bit more because it's like a T-tuck, but it'll eventually get up there to 38. And you take profit at 38.
Okay.
Hey, do you mind doing, when you're done, what's the name of it? AUDNZD?
With the Fibonacci?
Yeah, I guess it was a sale.
So it just hit the 38 going that way. So you're really just looking for a reversal now. From top to the bottom. And you could put.
So why you just make the line shorter instead of taking it from that lowest low?
What lowest low?
You just took it from there. You just right there. You took it from there and put it up there. Why'd you do that?
And then you saw that it already hit the 38. It was going towards the 50.
Oh, got it.
Oh, that's what kind of what you want though. I kind of wanted it to go to the 50. I put in let me see what I put in for it. Actually, I put in a buy stop, so I actually did the same thing you did. I didn't figure out how I did that. So you're looking for the reverse, and then you say, but keep going down. You just keep dragging the tool down, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I got that.
Right there, it's at the 38. It might pull back to the 50 and then go back up because it needs to go in 3 levels. This would be 1 and then pull back.
And then go back
And
up.
then it needs to go up and then another pullback. So this is probably a good entry for a buy. Take it.
Yeah, that's what I kind of did.
Yeah.
Up to 30.
And then come back down, right?
Yeah. Okay. But really, like since that one already played out, I would just wait for the next one to come. You know what I'm saying? So if this keeps going down,
That's why you're starting right there.
if this
That's
keeps,
why you're starting from the high. Sorry.
oh what? Say it again.
That's why you're starting from the high.
Yeah, to the low.
Okay.
Because now I'm looking for it to go back up to hit this this 23. But if it keeps going down to the 50, it's not going to trigger this 38. And you just keep dragging this tool down. Let's say it goes down to here. And price down here, you move your entry to right here. And then when it triggers it, it will keep going in that direction. That makes sense?
Yeah, I do. Thank you.
Yep.
And all this is the percentage of how from here to here. This is 0%. This at this point it's 20. The price moved 23% at this line and moved 38.2% of this move. And if you put it down here to this one, the percentages get smaller.
Yep.
I mean, they're the same percentages, but there's not that much room in between them.
Right, right.
So that's all that is. And then put 2 orders in and put a trail stop on the other one and see how many pips you get.
Cool. Thanks, Christina.
You're welcome. See? All right, you guys got any more questions?
No, no questions.
Like this one?
Yeah.
Let's see. From the high to the low. So right now it's just, it came up, it broke resistance, and resistance is now support. See that?
Yep.
So now it's support. So you could probably do a market entry right here and take it up to the 38.
Because it's going up.
Yeah, that's the only thing you're looking for when you're trading is you're looking for price to break resistance in either way, either break support or break resistance, and then you're waiting for it to come back and retest, and then that's when you would put in your order.
Okay.
So anyone doing? You guys have any more questions about the charts or anything? Do you guys do the
No, can you
teacup?
do one more? Can you just show one more?
Do you guys watch the teacup?
No.
You should. That is probably the easiest strategy out there.
Can you show?
I was gonna say, yeah, what is the teacup?
I follow it.
Okay, so a teacup is, see all these green candles going up, followed by all these red candles going down. Okay, see all these green candles going up, and when these red candles spike down, come down. All these bullish candles and all these bearish candles. So that'd be a start of a teacup, and you would put a line right there. And what the teacup is saying is, see when price touched when price came to this point right here, it came down and around, and eventually touched this price again, and then dropped. And that's all you're looking for is for that drop. So once you see a teacup, you put a sell limit. Once you see these points, like all these green candles going up and all these bullish candles going down, you put your line right there. You can even do it down there. Because remember, it's a zone. So see, it came up, it hit that, dropped down, and came back up again. So you would have a sell limit right here. Wait at this price. So once price came up and touched that price again, it's going to drop. See, it came back around.
How long do you know to do that? Because it's like you can do it right there with the last one, and then it stayed down there, and it went all the way up, then you would have been pissed.
So, I mean, news is the only thing that affects a teacup.
Okay.
It came out right here. So what the guy says is, if there's news coming out for that day, don't trade that teacup. And then this is the 50 and the 4 EMA. when the 50 and the 4 cross going up, it's a buy. When they cross going down, it's a sell. See, look, it's crossing up right here in a buy. So if it's crossing up at a teacup zone, like if it's just crossing at the teacup zone, don't get in that trade. But otherwise, look, once it came back around, touched this point and dropped. It dropped 119 pips.
Wow.
And it started right here, and it came back up around, came to this point again, and then dropped another 102 pips. Then it came back around, came up to this point again, and then dropped again. And there's teacup. You can see teacups all. That was the first strategy I learned. It's like this would be a big teacup, but news must have happened for that big spike to go up like that.
Gotcha.
So right now this is crossing. This was crossing up, so you could have got it just on these crossing alone without these candlesticks. As soon as they cross, you know that to get into a buy.
And then get out. So like in and out.
And then when it starts curving and going down and crossing, when it goes down, see when it crosses and it goes down, it's a sell. When it crosses and goes up, it's a buy.
Gotcha.
See right here's a teacup. Came down, came back around, so now you're looking for the drop. And it's probably just in consolidation right now for a little while. But overall, it's a teacup, so you're looking for it to drop. They say on the hour, it's going to drop 25 pips. On the
4 hour.
On the 4 hour, 50 pips, and on the daily, 75 pips. So that dropped 29 pips. That dropped 22 pips. And you just put a take profit and leave it and sell limits.
What tool are you using to count those pips?
This little star looking one up here.
Yeah, on my phone I can.
I click it and then I just drag it.
Okay. Do you know how to use that on TradingView?
Yeah, you can use that on, no, TradingView you have to use the little ruler thing. All right, guys, you got any more questions? Want to put the fib on here?
No, I think that's it from me.
From the
Yep,
high.
that's it.
All right, well, good night, guys.
All right, thank you.
Good night.
Bye.
So just